I am Kenneth Priors, and I am here as part of our chair conversations, as part of our Black History Month Spotlight. And one of our honorees that I have the privilege of sitting next to today is Mr. Earl Jordan. I call him Coach. Coach Jordan, hello.
Hello, King.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
You played for me. Look at you. I am so proud.
Thank you, sir. I am very happy that you're here with us today. We just want to highlight some of the members in our community that has been making a difference. And you've made a difference for a long time, not only in my life, but in the life of others. So would you please just share with us a little bit about your personal journey, and you can start wherever you'd like to start.
Wow. Well, my personal journey started with my grandparents raised me. They raised me, and so I had a father image in a sense. And one of the things I always said that you need to give back. I want to give back. The old saying says, share your blessings.
Where did you grow up, Coach?
I grew up in Flint. I went to Parkland Elementary first. And then we left Parkland, and I went to St. Michael's. We was the second black family there. And keep in mind, this was the 60s. And then we moved out of Beach, which was a wake-up call for me because dirt roads, out woods. I'm sitting here like, oh man, what's going on? And then we went to St. Francis out there, which was the only black family at that time out there. And from there, I stayed there until it was time for middle school. Then I went to junior high, Beecher Junior High, and then graduated from Beecher High School.
Can you tell me what is one exciting memory you have from childhood?
Wow, to me, childhood was, for your time, was Flint North and Central football game.
Okay.
It would be 10,000 more people at Airport Stadium. Lines of people going down 3rd Avenue to get tickets. And as kids, we couldn't wait. We'd get up that morning, try to get a ride down to Airport Stadium for the game. Then after you came, then it was Thanksgiving. But that was one of my most exciting moments. And then, Burston back then, Burston's have free swimming. We used to go up there swimming and everything. And, Friday we had roller skating at park. So I had a lot of fun memories,
So if I look on the other side of that, and you talked about the time period in which you grew up in Flint, what is one obstacle that you overcame in your early life that has helped develop your character?
I think in my early life, like my mom and dad never got married, and my mom was in my life, and my grandma and granddad. So, but my grandma and granddad, they raised me because I didn't want. Once my mom got married, I just didn't want to live with her. Nothing bad, but all I knew was grandma and granddad was mom and dad for me. So I was there. I stayed with my grandparents until I got my own place.
So then, let me ask you this. Has spirituality been a foundation of your journey, or what has kept you grounded throughout your life and your career?
Well, I think what kept me grounded, one thing that kept me grounded was I knew how I grew up. Like my dad, I seen him, I guess maybe it was cordial to each other, but I would never acknowledge like as a son. So I made myself a promise. I would never treat my kids the way he treated me, and make sure that they had every opportunity. Furnace obstacle, I can't be a strong background. My granddad didn't play, so it wasn't like I didn't have a father figure, mother figure, and my grandma, she was everything.
So you have you've coached a lot. First of all, let me say this. You played, you coached, you run skill camps, you coordinate basketball efforts, you've had the Pro-Am. Just tell us about that. You are a part of the Michigan African American Hall of Fame, Athletic Hall of Fame. Tell us just, what do you think the value of organized sports or even recreational sports is for folks today?
Well, first thing is, I did all this because I just love basketball, number one. And, kids don't do what we did. We would shovel the driveway out at home, and we playing basketball outside, you know. And I had some strong people in my life, like Mr. Hargan. You know, I credit him everything. He passed, but he was out in Beecher. Hargan was a big guy, heavy set. He always had these stokies, you know. And he would always open the gym up. He would open the gym up for us. Seriously, we had roller skating, then he let us play basketball. And we would just complain. It's time to go home. He said, "Goddamn it." He said, "What did I tell you?" He said, "I would stomp you on through that ass crack." Look, we knew he was playing, but he said, and we'd laugh and go home. But he was always there, even at Beecher High School in the summer program. You know, that's what his program was. I think was a lot better than mine at the time. And he did not play. I mean, the team guys got to arguing. Come out there, give him the ball, throw both teams off the floor, another two on the floor. Everybody respected Hargan, and they knew he didn't play. And then you had Al Johnson. Al Johnson was in charge of Flint Parks and Rec, and he ran it sturdy with iron hand, you know. But I learned from him. I learned from these guys, and so when I decided to run my own program, I had some good teachers, you know, to look back on, you know. And a lot of this stuff that came, I didn't expect to be no Afro-American Hall of Fame. I didn't expect to be in the Greater Flint Hall of Fame. Then Judge Deegan called me one day, and they gave me the Liberty Bell Award. You know, it's just stuff we didn't expect. I do it for the love of the game, and I do it for the kids. What I do for kids, because they need this.
Coach, you deserve all of those honors and probably many more. And so we're like excited that we have an opportunity to share a little bit of your story with folks today. I know you're gonna tell folks about how you met me and what you how would you tell us the story, Coach?
I'll tell you the story. I was coaching middle school over at Southwestern. Yeah, I think it was in seventh grade.
Yeah.
So Kenny and I had a pretty good town, because Southwestern had never beat Longfellow, never. So I thought we're gonna beat Longfellow, you know, because they was like a Flint affiliation school basically. So as you see now, he had a beard, he had gold, and he had this. So all other kids had a name, but Kenny, I always called him Mr. Kenny. Mr. Kenny, I need this. Because I told everybody, so how was he? I said, he was about 12 or 13.
I did. I had the facial hair.
He
even in the middle school. So.
Yeah, he did. You know, we had a great time. You know, I'm proud of Kenny and a lot of kids, because hey, they done something with their lives. You know, they didn't just quit. He went to Lane College. My son went to Lane College. And I said about 5 other kids from Southwestern I took to Lane College. And my story is easy. I would tell kids this. Back then, now you got that NIL deal and all. It wasn't like that back then. So I would tell kids, I say, you know, some of you guys, the chance of making pro is slim and none. I said, but you can use this scholarship to pay for your education. Most families just don't have that kind of money. And I always tell the kids, I can't promise you I can get you in college. I said, but believe me, it's a college out there with your name on it. We're going to find it. And that's basically what I did, you know.
Well, you have instilled a lot of good principles in the folks that you have like encountered over the years, me being one of them. You taught us a lot. You led by example. And I appreciate you, and I know, speaking on behalf of so many folks, that you've coached, that you've helped, that you bought a Subway sandwich for, that we say thank you. We appreciate you. I'm really glad that we had an opportunity to share your story in the hopes that it inspires somebody else. I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Man, I love you.